How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for some more StoneBlock 3, where today, this should be the finale, because all of our singularities are done. I have all of our cosmic meatballs ready to go. If we run up here through our fancy new elevator, I have all of our auto-crafting setups ready. All we have to do is go through, and we need to make the ultimate stew, and from there we can start crafting our infinity catalysts, and then our infinity ingots, and then our ultimate armor, and that's all we have left. However, ultimate stew is going to take a lot to do. So if we take a look at it here, there are 56 different types of food that go in here, and a lot of them can't be EMC'd, so that means we have to do them all manually. Well, I have a setup in here, if I can grab my shrinking device, where if we go in, any of our food items that need to be grown are all going, and we've got, I don't know, 20-something thousand of each of them in the refined storage system. So we've got that good to go. Not a problem. Now we just have to set up everything that you actually need to automate them. So we'll need a stack of deployers, which we won't actually need that many of them. We'll need some cutting boards. I'll need some netherite knives, which these don't stack, so we're just going to do 3 of them for now, I guess. Let's grab some tesseracts. Let's grab some drawers. I want some advanced item collectors. I need some... what are they called? We've got the deployers. We'll need a blaze burner. No, not an empty one. We'll need a full blaze burner. I don't think I need a mechanical mixer. We'll need at least 1 item drain. I will need... where are they? We've got all the mechanical crafters set up. There they are. I need electric motors. We'll need a couple spouts. In fact, I'll probably need a couple more spouts than that. Funnels will be good to have. We will need to get some belts. Let's see. We'll just grab some dried kelp here. And how is it that you make the belts? Mechanical belt. We'll make just a few of these to work with. Stack is probably good. I'll need some shafts. I don't know if 6 is enough, but it will do for now. Actually, we'll make a couple more. There we go. We should have some gearboxes in here. And I don't know if I need the normal ones, so we're going to turn all of these vertical. And that might be enough to get started. Tesseracts, deployers, advanced item collectors, that should all be good. So we'll go up 2 floors. And this is going to be... oh, nope, I lied. I need EMC links. Give me these. Now we'll go up. This is going to be our workspace for all of the food items that we need to create. So we'll start just right over here first. And we're going to go back to... put down an EMC link. I forgot pipes. Let's go grab some pipes. I'll take a stack of normal, a stack of fluid. We'll take a stack of upgrades. Alright, so first things first, we're going to put a pipe... nope. We're going to put a pipe coming out of the EMC link. And then we're going to set it to pull. And this one is going to be pumpkins. So put pumpkins on here. And then we're going to bring down a cutting board. Just like that. And now that'll automatically fill with pumpkins. So now we need a deployer. Not 1 block above it, but 2. And then we turn it so it's facing down. We give it a netherite knife. Perfect. Now we're going to bring out a drawer, and we're just going to put that right in front with the advanced item collector on top of it. And from here we will whitelist, and we'll do pumpkin slices once we get our first one going. We want to show range. Y doesn't matter. X. Alright. Leave it all nice and confined to its little cube there. We can hide range. And now we will pull down our electric motor. Set a tesseract on top of that. Activate. And I tested using the items on the tesseracts, but I really didn't like the way that functioned. It works well for our importers, for our crops and stuff, but it didn't want to work on these specifically whenever I hand did them. However, now this is going. And say we wanted to speed it up, we just do that. And if it's going too fast where we're not getting pumpkins, we slow it down. So we'll just figure out what speed matches the fastest we can get pumpkins. 80, working perfect. In fact, if I come back here and I just throw an upgrade on this, it's immediate, so we can bring that up a little bit. Bring that up a little more. And that's max. And I don't know, maybe 2,000 of them or something like that is what we need. It's really hard to tell. But just to be on the safe side, you know, if I come in here and I go for some upgrades, I just grab, I don't know, a couple netherite upgrades. And while I'm working, I would hate for this to max out, so we'll just take those. And if we put one in, that takes us up to 65,000. That's probably pretty safe. However, they'll get annoying real quick, so let's see if I can figure out this noise here. There it is. Block, cutting board, knife, farmer's delight. And now it'll do it silently too, and we're already almost up to 1,000 pumpkin slices. Looking good. So now, it gets slightly more difficult because pumpkins obviously are EMCable, so this one has a nice, easy setup. Next, if we wanted to do, let's say, barbecue on a stick. No, that one is also super easy, just straight up tomatoes and onions, doesn't matter. Let's take a look at, where's one that I need to cut something on that isn't EMCable? Beef patties we could do. So I need minced beef, and for that I need raw beef, also EMCable, which means this setup, perfect. Super easy, we can just duplicate it immediately. All we do is bring down another EMC link here, set that up, and our knife will actually break after like 2,000 uses or something like that. So we'll just replace it if we feel like we need more pumpkin slices. And in the meantime, we'll continue our work. EMC link, we don't want these linked together. So we'll separate that out, set this to pull, bring down another cutting board. It's going to take a lot to keep everything all together in this. So then we will look up beef. We'll just drag raw beef in. It'll fill on the cutting board there. We're going to go ahead and put on an upgrade so it'll go as fast as it could possibly want. Set this up. We're going to actually turn that to make it just a little bit easier for ourselves. Because I think if I place it this way, it'll be easier to turn to face correctly. Shouldn't need the builder's wand. So grab our create wrench and rotate that down. Give it a netherite knife. Perfect. We'll add on a motor. Just like that. Tesseract. Power. Activate. Stack it up full speed. Set down a drawer with another item collector. And this item collector specifically will be whitelisted for the minced beef. So whitelist, minced beef, problem solved. And then we'll just bring everything down just like we did on the other one to be safe. And there we go, minced beef going. We'll get there eventually, not an issue. The only difference is on something that isn't going to be EMCable to do the setup on. All I will have to do is import it from our system, which doesn't really take much work, I'm going to be honest, because I should be able to put down a tesseract here and queue it to our import with a pipe pulling out of it that specific item, and it should work. So we shouldn't actually have to change much there. So let's see, is there anything I need to chop an onion for or chop a cabbage? Just take a little look. Bacon sandwich, we can cut up pork chops. Oh, we'll have to no, we cut it and then we'll have to cook it, which will be a bit of a hassle. Was that bacon sandwich? Okay, so we'll have to cut it, then export it into a furnace, which, again, not very difficult. We'll cut it, we'll put this straight on top of one of our netherite furnaces. Automatically cook, we can EMC link an infinite amount of coal, and then export the cooked bacon into another drawer. Easy enough. Noodle soup. Oh, I will have to cut wheat dough. Okay, also EMCable. So bacon, wheat dough. Alright, we are, however, going to need to get some cooking pots going. So let's make a couple of those. I need to make a wooden spoon. Alright, we'll just grab a cooking pot so we can EMC that. And then I think you need a fire for this. I think you put it over a campfire. So if we just grab a campfire, make one of those, we can EMC them both. Bop, bop. Alright. Just grab a stack of each. Ooh, cooking pots don't stack. That's a hassle. Weird. Sure. We'll just leave this going in the meantime. I'm going to set up pork and wheat dough. So let me do that really quick, and then we'll be back for the next thing. Alright, we've got our 4 setups here for our pork and everything going. That'll all top out whenever it eventually does, or whenever our knives break. I can always come add more if it turns out that we actually need more of them. Seems like our pumpkins and our minced beef are both done. They've just picked those items up. No, minced beef is going. Pumpkins are just being weird now. 8.1k is what we ended up with. Not too bad. Alright, so now, if we take a look, I want to work on some of the more difficult and entertaining things before I set up all the auto crafting and blah 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 blah. So, honeyed apples are going to be an interesting one, because obviously we need a belt, we need apples, we need honey from a spout, and then we need those honeyed apples to go somewhere. So, we're going to set up a drawer for that. However, I think we'll probably set this up on this side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a shaft, just like right here maybe. And in front of this shaft, we're going to put down another electric motor with a tesseract powering one side of it. Power, activate, and the shaft should begin to spin. Get that going as fast as we want it to, and then we're going to grab a belt, and we're just going to see how far this stretches. Particles may help. How far can I make this stretch? I could go all the way across if I wanted to, so we'll set this here. We'll just link that, and then we've got a belt going all the way across, no problem. So now, we need to set up individual things that we need pulled. So we'll set up this here. We're going to put a funnel on the side of it, just like this. And now that'll pull out apples. Well, once the apples come out, we need our spout above there. So put up a spout like right here maybe. And these probably need some form of rotational power to function, if I had to imagine. Although, I don't see how you would input rotational power here. So either way, we'll leave that open for a second. And now we need an item drain, because, well, our honey comes in bottles. So, in order for that to function properly, we need to be able to get the honey from the bottles into the spout. So now we're going to take our cobble, and we're going to put one right here. I'm just going to set the drain right on top of that. Break our cobble. And then we're going to do a pipe on the side going up into an EMC link. And then we'll set the EMC link to pull out of here. We'll just set it with the max card it can get. We're going to turn this into honey bottles. So if I put that there, it seems like it just happens. The problem is, now our bottles are going to be an issue. So we want to set up a trash can with another advanced item collector. And we're just going to set the trash can right... I want it to just cover as much of this as I can. So if I set it here with an advanced item collector on top, how big of an area can I give this? And then we'll whitelist. And this can hopefully take care of all of our trash, but if not, that's fine. So now, this is full. So we're going to grab our fluid pipe. If I put this here and set this to pull, it should automatically start transferring honey in. So then we add this here so it'll constantly stay. Our bottles roll off and they get trashed immediately. This is full, this is full. So now, if I add if I add apples into here... No, it's going too fast. The spout's too high. Let's clear that. Alright, so I need to bring the spout and everything down one. So we'll just... Now if I added an apple again... Excuse you. Thank you. Alright. So this is going. Change this. And it just immediately does it. Easy mode. Okay. So we're actually going to take this off for a second. We're just, as soon as this is out of honey, those will stop. And it'll just sit there. So that's all fine. Now... we want basically the inverse going on. So if I set up a drawer, just right here, and then we put a funnel on this side of it, like this, will the honeyed apples go straight into the drawer? So we're just going to set this to pull again. Alright, perfect. Honeyed apples, no problem. Easy production. Now all we're going to do is give this another netherite barrel, or another netherite upgrade, and there's infinite honey dapples. Easy peasy, absolutely not a problem. One of the few problems I think we are going to have, maybe, is if we look at chocolate glazed berries. Alright, chocolate glazed berries, basically the same setup, except the only way to get chocolate is through a mixer with a blaze burner powering it, blah 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 blah, whatever. And we'll need to pump in milk, which I've already got, and we'll need sugar and cocoa beans. So, let's just clear out a little bit here, try to make our lives able to do anything, able to function. So let's grab our mechanical mixer, and then we need a basin. We have a blaze burner. We'll need a deployer with blocks of coal, and I think that's pretty much it. That pumps into that. We keep everything going. Mixer, chocolate, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we'll come on up. And I'm going to set this up off to the side, at least our chocolate production. And then we'll use an ender tank, probably, to pump into our spout. So if we're going to do this, we need the basin at the base here. And actually, we're going to come one away from the wall to make our lives a little bit easier, so we have 4 inputs and outputs. And then we need an EMC link. And I don't know if I put it on one side, if it'll fill up with both item types or not. So let's give that a shot first. If I put the basin here, and we add in cocoa and sugar, will it fill up with one entirely before it does anything else? And if it does, is that a problem? We'll leave that as is for now. It's got 16 of each. I don't know if that'll be an issue, but that's fine. We'll get rid of our excess cocoa here. And then we want a fluid pipe on this side, and this is going to be exporting. We're going to want to filter chocolate, which I don't know how we're going to do. Add redstone and ignore, distribution round robin, filter mode whitelist. We can blacklist. Tags preferred, item tag, NVT data, destination, any, used filter, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so if I do chocolate, can I click and drag here? It doesn't appear that I can. How do I want to do this? We'll ignore that for now. We'll figure out pumping out chocolate after I get milk pumping in. So let's go ahead and go grab an ender tank. In fact, no, I can pull the one from up here. Grab this ender tank right here. And I don't need this single ultimate upgrade. Jump up. And then we'll just set up the ender tank on this back side. In fact, I'm going to do this. That way I can use a fluid pipe to pull out of it and make it faster. So do this, add in an upgrade, and problem solved. That'll fill with that. Now we need an opening on the bottom where we can put our blaze burner. So we add the blaze burner here. Oh no! And then we need a deployer. Put this right here. Actually, no. We'll put it here. Then we need the create wrench so we can turn it. Just like that. Open this up. And then we will use an EMC link and an item pipe the same as we would anything else. So item pipe here. And then we'll open this up. Let's grab an EMC link. Set this on top of that. Change it to pull. Now we're going to put coal blocks in here. And that'll fill with coal blocks. And I don't know if this is too close or not, but we will find out. Alright, so we're going to add in an electric motor now. Put this here. And then we'll open this up so I can actually see what I'm doing with it. We'll throw a tesseract on top of that. Nope, right there. Cue this for power activate. And that'll apply. We'll just set this full speed. It'll just do its thing. Anytime it needs a coal block, it'll take a coal block, and it has an infinite amount of them. So now, we need to add the actual mechanical mixer on top. So all we have to do is click that there. And I need a cog, which I do not have. But I do have a gear shaft. So let's grab, where did I put those? Vertical gearbox, okay. So the gearbox needs to go below the cog, which will go just on top of this, maybe? Alright, and then we'll put a cog on top of that. So let's go down and grab a little cog. Bring our cog down. Cog goes on top. And then we need another of our mechanical or our electric motors on the front with a tesseract on the side. Q to power, activate, speed that up all the way, and this will make chocolate. And now it looks like it should make an infinite amount as long as I can find a way to pull chocolate without pulling anything else. So if I set up a fluid pipe on one side, will it pull chocolate or milk is the question. I don't know if I can make it specifically pull milk because it's the output, or how this will work per se. So let's do, unless if I can get it to be chocolate in the first place, then it'll only accept chocolate as long as the container has chocolate in it. Well, chocolate is not what I wanted to search for. I wanted an ender tank. No, let's grab from here. Let's bring down our ender tanks. Bring down our black dye. Just like that. It will no longer access the milk tube. We'll put away the rest of our ender tanks. Put away the black dye. Let's grab these. Let's head on up. And now we're going to set an ender tank down right here. And it will begin filling with chocolate. So then we're going to add an upgrade so that it'll fill with chocolate even faster. Anytime it makes chocolate, it pumps out. Anytime it needs milk, it pumps in. We've got the infinite amount there. And it should just forever make chocolate. No problems. It's a little loud, which is kind of obnoxious, but that's fine. So now the question is this making chocolate fast enough? Or do I need to make an additional version of this that also is making chocolate? I don't know. It seems okay. So we're going to basically repeat this exact same setup where I come down. We're going to grab an EMC link. We're just going to set it here with a funnel on the side. Now this one will be our berries. And then we'll do a spout in the middle. Right there. And then we'll have a funnel on the side of a drawer. So this space, this drawer, funnel. And that'll be for our chocolate glazed berries. So now we're going to have a fluid pipe pumping into this from our chocolate ender tank. We're going to set this to pull. Problem solved. That'll begin to fill with chocolate. And now we add berries to this. We just bring down our sweet berries, throw them in. Sweet berries get chocolate glazed. No problem. Hopefully this stays caught up on chocolate, but I don't know if it will. It seems like it might, based on the speed everything's going. Doesn't really seem like we'll have too much of a problem. And now we should be set for infinite everything on both sides. Although this is going kind of slow with the draining process, I think this is actually holding it back. I wonder if I were to set up a... Chocolate's going fine. What if I were to set up a pedestal with a watch up there? Let's give it a shot, you know? And then that'll do the filler, but not the spout. Perfect. We turn that on. And does it go faster? Are we going to start getting backed up on honey now? It doesn't seem like it's any faster, actually. Which is a shame, but they're going as fast as they can. They'll get there eventually. We're just letting this run. Chocolate glazed berries are going forever. It doesn't seem like we're ever going to run out of chocolate. Pumpkins are still looking good. Beef is looking good. Everything's looking not too shabby now. We've got a 4.1k of this. We've only got 2k here. Because, oh, I guess our knives are broken on everything. We'll grab a couple more knives. Just let it do its thing. Hold up a second. And let him go back to work for a little bit. There we go. And that should honestly be good on the amount of items from each of those. If it's not, we can always change it. I really would rather that didn't break, but that's fine. Most of our setup is looking pretty good here. So if we take a look at our quests again, these are most of the more difficult ones. A lot of these are, again, EMCable or just a simple autocraft based on exporting specific items, which, easy enough. So now, with all of that being said, what other ones are going to be difficult to do? Stuffed pumpkin, decently easy. I guess we should do a cooking pot recipe and see how we want to work with that. Let's do that. And I want to be as far away from that as I can since it's making so much noise. Let's just try this out. So if I put down a campfire right here, and I put a cooking pot on top of it. It becomes this little cooking station. And then I don't know if I have to, like, pump in water or anything, but it doesn't seem like it. So we want an input for bowls. So let's see. Bowls and 6 items. We want to pick a complicated one for our first one. Grilled salmon, no, that's just crafting. Stuffed pumpkin could be a good one to do. Rice, onion, brown mushroom, potato, glowberries, carrots. Problem is, it doesn't seem like there's a way to make it learn a specific thing and leave it there. So we may have to figure out a way to specifically do things. I think if there's, what's it called? If we look through our quests at our storage, there's these other types of crafters from refined storage. I think these you can send like requests for specific items. Pattern Grid can code patterns which are required for auto crafting. Fluid Grid provides access to the contents of fluid disks in the network. Requester automatically makes auto craft requests when the network has less than a certain amount of a specific item. I think we may need to get into these, but we're going to try it a different way first, even if it's slightly more complex. So first things first, we want to see if any of this is EMCable. We'll want to do that first. So let's set up a item pipe right here. Now, what from this recipe can be EMC'd? If anything, we're doing stuffed pumpkins. So potatoes and sweet berries. We'll do a carrot, a sweet berry, and a potato. Brown mushroom. So there's 4 of our items. Yeah, onion and rice, which we can do through the tesseracts, I believe. All I have to do is, we'll do 2 of them, set this down, grab an item pipe, and we're going to queue this for items import activate. So let's go grab an onion, and what was the other item I need? An onion and some rice, and we're just going to set these as our filtered items here. So set this to pull, set this to pull, filter, onion, rice, no wait, filter, add, onion, rice. Okay. This doesn't seem to be adding those items in. This isn't inputting either, and these are set to pull. How am I going to do cooking pots then? Oh wait, do they have to input from the top maybe? That could be it. From the side is going to be our pumpkins. Alright, we got pumpkins. That works good. So from the top, we'll grab some item pipes. Set this here, and then we're going to branch them off. Right? And we're going to have an EMC link on one side. And we're going to have our tesseract on the other. We're going to set this to our import, activate, pull, pull. And then this, filter those 2 items. Ooh, but those aren't actually pulling in, which is a shame. Even though it definitely should be. But it did get tomato seeds. So it pulled something. How did it get tomato seeds? If I set this down and I just throw this back on top and set it to pull, what happens? Just the pumpkins. Oh, is it going down the line? Alright, we'll ignore this for now. We're going to do this differently. However, we are going to set up all of our EMCable ones in this side again. How's this looking in here now? It's just filling with the specific first item, it looks like. If I throw this on, is it just going to fill with mushrooms? It is. Interesting. What if I do several different EMC links, though? I'm trying everything I can to have to avoid making crafters. This is fantastic. Don't mind me. So if we do this first, and then I want to take out the upgrades, and I'm going to take out these. We're going to add sweet berries to this one, and then we're just going to clear everything out really quick. Will it get mushrooms and berries at the same time? It does get mushrooms and berries at the same time. Okay, cool. So that's all we have to do. Never mind. This isn't so bad. So it's got 6 items. All we have to do is have 6 different pipes coming out all at once. Just like this. With one more of these being an EMC link. And then we'll need 2 exports. So if we come down here, we're going to set up from exporters. We're going to need onions, and we're just going to use ender chests maybe. We've got all these different color coded ones. I will do red for this. We'll do 2 of these. All right, so export here. Nothing in it. Nothing in it. Perfect. One of these, one of these. And then here we're going to set up rice. Here we're going to set up onions. These will start filling... Nope, not blood. I don't need blood. These will start filling with rice. I don't need mana steel either. Go away. And then these are going to need to be pulled from several different of the same type. So we're just going to add our speed upgrades back in here. Do I have more of those? I do. We'll just grab a couple more of those and a few more speed upgrades. Is that fast enough? Do I have any stack upgrades? I have 1 stack upgrade. That's a little disappointing, I won't lie. I don't have any other stack upgrades? Are these EMCable? Of course not. I should have had more than 1 stack upgrade. What do I need to make more? Let's make another stack upgrade. Throw this in here for now. We'll just do another stack upgrade right there. And those... There we go. And those will both fill up in no time like that. Perfect. So now we can dump off our extra speed upgrades there. Let's grab these back out. I've got... Did I put away my item pipes? Or am I blind? I may have thrown them out. Did I do that? I did do that. Okay. Don't need that. This is all fine and dandy. So now, let's see. We have mushroom berries. So this one needs to be potatoes. This one needs to be carrots. And then we need this one and this one. We set both of those to pull as well. And it'll pull 4 at a time. And now we're just going to clear this out entirely. And everything should go in all at once. And it'll start cooking. And everything should stay even, which is the important part of this. Oh my god, the cooking process for this takes forever. But it's going. So there's that one. Pumpkins are going. And we have our basis for how each of these is going to be set up. All I'm going to do is I'm going to set up an individual one of these wherever I need to. Anything EMCable will be put in, just like this. If it needs onions or anything like that, we will set up an additional one of this version of chest. And just drag it down to where it needs to be. So that is perfect. Let's just dump some more stuff off and clean up my pockets so that I'm not overstimulated by all the junk. Alright, now is there anything else special that I need to set up before I do everything else off camera? Because it's just a pain. Like auto crafters you've seen me use before, that's simple enough to set up. I'll export anything that it doesn't need. Everything else comes in the same set of systems. Either cooking pots or getting sprouted on. Actually, I could do blaze cakes, probably. All I need to do is fill this with lava and make blaze cake bases, which are going to be slightly a pain. But I mean, it's easy enough to do, I guess. Does the base get consumed, I wonder? I guess there's only one way we can figure that out. So let's see, we'll run down here. We should have a mechanical press, and we'll grab a basin. Where'd all my basins go? Did I EMC them? Alright, and let's grab a motor. Let's see, where did my motors go? Grab our motors. Grab some more tesseracts. Then all we have to do is make a blaze cake base. So we're going to do this first. Nope, don't do that. Oh, you can set up a recipe filter. That's interesting. So after I make the first blaze cake base, we'll have to try that out, because I didn't even know that was a thing. That way it doesn't input too many of said item. So now, if we take a look for the blaze cakes, you need the cake base, which is cinder flour, sugar, and eggs. So we can EMC link that. And I went ahead and I made some cinder flour in advance. I don't know how much of it we got. Yep, there we go. We got a good, decent chunk. And now all we gotta do is, if I add cinder flour, and it was an egg, they definitely do get consumed if it's like that, egg and sugar. Alright, so let's grab an egg and some sugar, and then we'll just throw all of our individual items in. We'll try out one of our motors, bring down a tesseract, power, activate, and it makes a blaze cake base, and then we can just siphon that out. If I apply that as a filter, that's all it should make. And then we can set up where I have the blaze cake bases, or rather the cinder flour just getting exported and pulled from the same way I'm doing other things. So Let's figure out another type of ender chest to grab here. Got these going on. I don't think I'm even using the whites anymore for anything, so I can use those too. So now that we know that this works exactly as intended, all we're going to do is take this and duplicate it. So let's just grab everything. Come on. Thank you. You know, I got some more netherrack going, and I don't think the game likes that. Maybe I slow these down a little bit. I don't know why I got those going and everything broke, but okay. Could also have to do with some of my items that are on the ground, perhaps. Alright, so we're going to set up something sort of similar to this, just in this corner here, it looks like. And now we've got blaze cake bases. So let's run downstairs, and we need to make an additional drain, I believe. Let's see if I make an additional item drain. Bring this down. Can this drain lava eggs? That's the real question. So put this here. It did drain lava egg, which is everything we needed to do. Alright, so now we go up, and up again, and we duplicate this setup one more time, except we're going to use an ender chest this time. And then we set up a funnel, except that'll automatically start pulling them, so we're not going to put a funnel there yet. We're going to do funnel, spout, and then a drawer with a funnel on this side, same as everything else. And now we're going to set up another item drain with a fluid pipe here. This, and we're going to set it to ultimate upgrade. That's what I have everything set to, right? Ultimate upgrade, ultimate upgrade, ultimate upgrade. It's actually going to go faster now. It's really hard to tell, but who knows. Either way, that's doing its thing. 817, 922. Yeah, the sweet berries are so much faster. Either way, that's fine. Now we want to set up an item pipe here with the ender chest above it. Set that to pull. Give this an upgrade. And it'll start doing... No, this is the wrong ender chest. This is the wrong ender chest. Cut that out. Cut that out right now. Everything is incorrect. This one goes up here. That's lava eggs. This one goes down here. That's... Okay. Oh, no. Now we do that, and we put the ultimate upgrade in. It'll start draining the lava eggs. And then the lava will start filling here, right? Is this working? I can't tell if this is working or not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it is. Everything's just being weird because my whole game's breaking. And we put this here. Blaze cake goes through. Blaze cake fills. Turns into blaze cake. Blaze cake gets pushed through. Blaze cakes are automated. At least as automated as it needs to be. Because we've got so much cinder flour. And we're looking pretty decent. So now, all of the complicated ones are all going. We've got honeyed apples going, we've got chocolate glazed berries, we've got blaze cakes. EMC ones we're saving for last. All of the craftable ones we can do super quick and easy. So yeah, I'm just going to go through and I'm going to set up all of our cooking pot setups that we need and everything else like that. And we're going to get all of our foodstuffs all geared up into our system over however long it takes. And once we have all of our food and everything, which I'm going to probably spend 2 or 3 days here just AFK letting everything run. And then, yeah, we'll work on the infinity ingots. So I'll be right back. Alright, and welcome back for what has been for you guys a couple seconds, and for me, roughly 4.5 to 5 hours of making food. So, cooking pots, all of this, automating it, an absolute hassle. I never want to have to deal with this again. All of this was just so easy in comparison. The deployer's not an issue. I ended up having to add on mutton at the end because we needed that. But God, the cooking pots just automating everything, and having to cycle them through with different recipes and stuff, absolutely not. However, we go down here and we run over to the corner where I set up the crafters. Originally, I had one in every single station, and then all of my crafting would finish before I even had the next one set up, so I was just changing the same system over and over and over again, which also a pain. However, if we drop down here, all of them that I should need to do that aren't... I swear there was one here a second ago. Where did it go? All of them that I should need to do that aren't EMCable are finished. So we're going to pick all of these up. We'll head on up to our setup here. And this is ours for our ultimate stews. I went ahead and set up some more electric motors and stuff, which, easy enough. I mean, tesseract, electric motor, cogs in the middle. If they're touching, you have to alternate like which direction they're spinning. Not a huge deal, but it generates enough stress to run this with zero problems. Now for the biggest complaint I have about this, and that is that you have to do all of them in order. So, for example, if I look at the neutronium nuggets here, these are going to be our very bottom row. So let's grab our neutronium nuggets, which is the last one in our hotbar. That'll go right here. And then right after that, we have honeyed apples. So we need to find the honeyed apples. Here they are. And then those will go here. And now we just have to go through and connect every single one of these, so that they will connect not with each other, but still connect into our mechanical crafters, just like that. So there's those two, and now I'm going to go through every single layer one by one, including whatever needs to be EMC'd, and we will go from there. So give me just a second, guys. Alright, all but one is in there, so all we're going to do is fly up and toggle it and hope that it works. Everything comes across, it all comes down, it toggles together, and it gave us the ultimate stew, and I didn't realize it threw everything else on the ground. So, let me just go grab a trash can real quick. Hold up. Let's see here. Where are my trash cans? Advanced item, trash can. There we go. Run back up here. Just pick up everything there for a second. Trash can, item filter, whitelist, this, and this. Perfect. And now, all of our ultimate stews are crafting. All of our junk will actually go in here as junk. And we're looking pretty good. All we have to do now is let time go. So ultimate stews are done. Now, while this is running, I'm actually going to go ahead and bring up all of our singularities. And we're going to get all of those set up in order. And didn't mean to do that. And then once that's all said and done and our stews are ready to go, we'll set everything up and start running our infinity catalysts. Alright, Ultimate Stew is still going. However, all of our singularities are set up and there is a single block missing, which is our stew. So I've decided I'm just going to set up one of the entangled blocks here, and we're going to pop. Then I'll come up here and I'll just set that. And then we're going to make sure this is running as well. If we just boop, should start forming together. Pop. Ooh, you know, that's a problem. Let me just break that for a second. Oh, one of them worked, though. Why did one of them work, but the other one didn't? I'm very confused. Now I gotta go through and I have to click on all of the things. Hold up. Gotta put everything back. And as you could see, because of that, we actually cleared 2 of our challenges there. So let me just drop these random things that don't matter. Bring up our infinity catalyst here, and I kind of want to claim the rewards here. So give me a second. We'll just claim Ultimate Stew first. We got a chocolate cake. Claim an infinity catalyst. We got the copy-paste gadget. Cool, sounds good to me. Oh, wait, hold up. None of that's good. The fact that those didn't go back where they go. Jelly babies and nuggies. Thank you. Alright, now let's reconnect this. Pull. And it should function. Okay. Infinity catalysts are going. Every time we get a stew, we'll be good to go. It's just going to keep doing its thing. And now we got to start rigging everything up for the infinity ingots. So, yet again, I will be right back. Alright, these are all set up and ready to go, except for one little click, so we'll just come up here, set this to pull, and craft our first infinity ingot. There we go! Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up one of those real quick. And everything will go as it has time. Whenever we end up with enough of the catalysts, they'll fill up. and everything should be good to just continue auto-crafting. We're going to run out of the amount of catalysts we have real quick, so I'm not going to have enough of the infinity ingots to do anything with yet. Because, yeah, it drops, what is it, 8, 11, somewhere in there every time? I think it's 4, 9. Hold up, I'll just look. It is it's 11 of them every single craft. So eventually it's not going to be able to craft anymore, like roughly now. And then once it crafts another one, it should fill in. And then whenever another one, fill in a different spot, so on and so forth. And as soon as it's all the way filled in, it'll craft another one. And there we go. Don't need the entangled binder, don't need any pipe wrenches, I don't need anything. This whole page is finally complete. Now we just have to actually work on making the ultimate armor, but I figure we'll do that by hand, you know? I'll load up on the ingots and stuff we need, we'll do the gem boots, blah blah blah. However, I need to make more red matter swords and stuff, because I didn't actually realize that, I ain't got none of those. So, I gotta do that. Alright, now we have all of the tools, so we can go ahead and start working towards our infinite tools. How am I looking on our... Ooh, I'm pretty low on these again now, but you know what? That should still be fine. Because this up here has all it needs in this drawer. It's not pulling from anything else. So if we've got 23 of these, what should be our absolute first one? Maybe we do... We could do the sword. We could do anything, actually. Let's do the... I don't want to do the armor, because that'll take away my ability to fly in the meantime, I think. So let's do the pickaxe. That seems fitting. In a world made out of stone, we'll just grab about 20 of these, and I think that'll be enough. Pickaxe, that looks like it's enough. We'll grab a crystal matrix block and some neutronium ingots. And these, they gotta have a touch with them, right? I gotta build these by hand. There's no other way around it. Oh, I don't have any crystal matrix blocks. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me fix that little issue. EMC that. Grab a couple of these, and then we're just gonna bop and shift-click this in. Admire it in all of its beauty. Bring this on up. And then we get the World Breaker. Quest complete, World Breaker. The Ultimate Armor's Pickaxe. Let's see. What's my reward for that? Oh, I know what you're trying to tell me, game. Don't worry, there will be a chance cube opening. But first, I just want to see what this does, right? We're just gonna... Any special right-click abilities? No? It's just a real fast pickaxe? Doesn't seem like it's any faster than the Morning Star is. But I mean, we have it. It's here. It's cool. Our first infinity gear. So now let's run away. And now it just looks like it's killing time, honestly. So I guess we'll leave it off here. And I will see you when everything is done so we can make the rest of our gear. Alright, well, if we wanted to, we could have made a few more of these. However, I'm excited to end this series off with a bang with some chance cubes. And this is as many as we need. It's actually a little over, as well as the 6 infinity catalysts that we actually need separately. So we're going to go ahead and pull all of these out. And we're going to go down the line crafting our gear. So let's go sword first, I think. Or, well, first this set. And we just bring that up in here. Grab the Sword of the Cosmos. And then let's do the axe. Drag that up. Nature's Ruin. Now we'll do the shovel. The Planet Eater? Is that what that was called? The Planet Eater. Alright, now we'll make the bow. Yeah, I did have enough wool, okay. The Longbow of the Heavens. Move everything down a little bit, looking good. Let's back out of this, because it's all glitching out now. Oh no, it's not glitching out. I could make another one. Let's not do that, because I didn't calculate for that, so that could cause problems. It's a real good thing I didn't shift-click there. Now we'll start with gear. Let's do boots. probably gonna have to move up the gym boots. No, we didn't. The infinity boots. Sanic % speed. Absolutely. I'm all about some Sanic. So now let's do the legs. Infinity legs. Time for the chest plate. The infinity breastplate. Now all we have left is the helmet. The infinity helmet. There we go, and we did have a couple infinity ingots left over. Just dump all of that off, this. Throw on our gear here. Let's see how it looks. Oh, that sword's honestly super cool looking. Maybe we should take off the quest giver mark. Get an actual look at the gear. I mean, it looks pretty good, I won't lie. I'm gonna laugh my absolute ass off if the very first chance cube I open just pops everything out of my inventory. Because I feel like that would be a kick and a half. I'd be very happy about it. Although, I'm gonna be honest. This armor, other than the plus 1000 knockback resistance, and I guess the 16 armor on the legs and the 12 on the breastplate, it seems kind of underwhelming. I feel like the gym armor was cooler. I can still fly, so that's good. But I don't know. Either way, let's grab some chance cubes. Grab a stack of those. And do I have any of the compressed ones? The compact? I've got 6 of them. Alright, so now we're going to go out to the old boss arena here. Run program. Big boss. Teleport. Is my Drigme still here? Hello, Drigme. Listen, you're not going to want to be here much longer, I promise. We're going to start with... Ow, my ears. Alright, this feels... you know what? Here, hold up. Let me just lay out some of the little ones around this, too. It'd be cool if I could trigger them all in, a chain reaction, but I'm not going to be able to, because it's not going to vein mine both types. But you know what? We'll set some here just in case they survive. And maybe I'll be quick enough that the game won't catch up whenever I'm trying to. I fully expect my entire game to explode when I do this. But it's kind of the point, you know? Whether or not there's an actual explosion or just my game crashing, I feel like it's a perfect way to end the series off. So let's just land here with the World Breaker. Ah! Oh, it's a skyblock. It's called Art Look Up. There's nothing above me. Okay, let's do another one. Do all the compact ones first. Oh god! Oh no! What is this? Let's vein mine a couple of these. Oh, I can't vein mine them. Alright, couple more. I really was expecting to vein mine these. Oh, well, there goes my entire inventory. Oh! And a creeper. Kind of a dull explosion, I won't lie. Not quite what I planned on at the end there. One random enchant has been added. I don't know what any of that is. Loyalty has been added to the item. Your item of destiny is complete. Enjoy. Alright, well, we're back in the hub now. It gave us the hard boot, but everything worked out pretty much as intended. We got all of the infinity gear. We did everything that we could have possibly done. Obviously, I didn't go through and 100% all of the possible achievements and everything, but I didn't really see a point in doing that at this point. The main goal was just getting all of the infinity gear and doing everything there is to do, and we pretty much accomplished that. So, that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this series. I had a lot of fun with it, even the parts wherever I had to spend 6 hours, 8 hours AFK between episodes to progress. I thought all of the automation and everything was really cool, and I'm definitely excited to find a new interesting mod pack to play sometime in the future. That being said, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all next time. Peace.